Hello and welcome to Enduring Journey to Bliss. My name is Deanne, and today I wanted to share this particular Phalaenopsis orchid. This is a species variety. I will pull out the little name so you can see the name. Well, let's see, there we go. And she does actually have a light scent. It's a pleasant scent. It's not overly strong or anything. And she is a species variety. And I showed her to you when I did my video of all my Phalaenopsis that are currently in spike. And so I want to show you her bloom. Let's see if we can get that to focus. So she has a quite pretty little bloom. And then there's a second bud that has not opened yet, right here. She is quite pretty, and she does have a nice scent. So I just wanted to share her with you today. I have had her since March of 2024. This is December of 2025. So I've had her for a little while now. I keep her in this bigger container, and it holds the water easily for me. So I'll take her out, and I will show you. She is still in a moss growing media, which I don't care for, but I've not had the chance to repot her. So she does have this spike that has the bloom and the bud. She also has this new spike right here, light green. She has this older spike right here, right there. And she has another spike. Don't know if I can get that one on camera. Doesn't want to focus. So it's coming from the same area. Come on. Does not want to focus. There you go. There you can see it. So that little teeny tiny one is a fourth spike. So on a species Phalaenopsis, you never want to cut off. This is the oldest spike. You never want to cut those off because they will and can rebloom. And I don't know if you can see here on the old spike, just above my fingernail there is a little tiny bud trying to form. I'm not sure if it's going to be a bud or if it's going to be another spike. Time will tell on how that grows and develops. But that's why you never cut off Phalaenopsis species variety spike. So I wanted to take a moment and show you, of course, the gorgeous blossom on it. But I'm also going to give this a nice cleaning on the leaves with you this morning. So as we look at the Phalaenopsis, you can see this newest leaf growth has a nice light color. The older leaves all are a bit darker in color, and that's very typical for Phalaenopsis. For a lot of plants, actually. The newer growth will have the different color on it, a little bit lighter. And so what I'm going to use is, it's a very simple solution. It has a drop or two of dishwashing soap, liquid dishwashing soap. It has warm water, not hot, but warm. And it has a drop or two of lemon juice. And I'm going to set this back in here because she's so heavy she's trying to fall. And I will use my little cotton rounds that I use quite a bit with my orchids. If I can get one or two out. There we go. Okay, so I got my little cotton ground, and all I'll do is I'll just take it and I will dip it into the little solution that I mixed together earlier. I'll squeeze out the excess water, and then I'm just going to give these leaves a nice little wash. That helps with how they, well, let me see if I can get that in an area where you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll take her back out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come down the leaf with my cotton swab. Hopefully you can see that. I'm kind of just wiping, coming down the leaf, and I'm taking off any dust that's collected, anything like that that is collected on the plant. And I also do it under. So I have the cotton swab underneath the leaf, and I will give it a nice wipe all the way down. Then I'll come up the other side of it underneath, all the way down. And I'll do that on all the leaves. So this one's one I just cleaned. This one has some like water spots and things on it, so I'll give it a clean. This over here as well, I don't know if it's going to come out on the video for you, but it has some water spots and things on it that I will be cleaning up. So I'm going to set it back inside this little container that I kind of keep it in. I'm going to move the camera down so that I can go ahead and have it sitting down while I clean the leaves. So I'll move it back a little bit. There we go. So I just come down to the base by the crown, and I just come out on the leaf. You need to do this occasionally in the wild. If it was growing on a tree, on a limb out in the wild, the rain would wash this and all of its leaves routinely, right? But this one is not in the wild. It is in my home's growing environment. I do give occasional showers, rinse-offs to the orchids, but many times that does result in some water spots and things on the leaves because my water is typical tap water. So I don't know if you can see, but we are picking up there's a little browning from getting the dust and other things off of the leaves. If you don't keep the orchid leaves clean, they can cause problems when the orchid is trying to do its photosynthesis, right? So you don't want the pores of the leaf to be clogged or unable to properly breathe and exchange gases the way that a plant needs to in order to be healthy. And I have one more leaf down here that I'm going to wash off. So you can see even a little tiny piece of the leaf came off, which was already dead, and so that's all fine. It's all just part of kind of the maintenance of these plants for me. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just another step that I like to do to ensure that my leaves are clean and that the plant is able to do what it needs to do in order to continue to grow new leaves, like this new leaf here, the pretty one here. Like this new leaf right here, and new spikes, right? Orchid spikes. And these gorgeous little blossoms on this particular species. I do need to do repot on this plant. It's been needed for at least a year at this point. I just haven't had the time. I do work full time, and I've had some family issues come up the past 2 years, to be quite honest. And so I do need to do a repot. The media is starting to break down. Media is starting to break down. And so it's time for me to do a repot on this baby. But again, I wanted to show you if it'll pick it up. And I believe you can see it. There's a spike. Maybe this will help. There's a spike right there where I'm pointing. The baby one, little tiny one. There's a spike behind it, which is this taller one. There's this older spike right here with a new growth right there. And then there is the spike that is giving me the blossom and the new bud. And if you look right here, there is on that on the end tip there, the growing tip, another bud is forming. So hopefully I'll get at least 3 nice flowers from this particular spike. So that'd be one right here that hasn't barely begun to grow. It's still tiny and green. And here's one where it has the beautiful little bud and the one that's open. That's all I wanted to do with this particular plant today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by, and happy growing, whether you're growing orchids or house plants, or you're waiting for spring so you can grow outdoor plants. Enjoy whatever it is that brings you bliss, and thanks for stopping by. Take care.